So now the sixth layer, is there any difference? Well, I'm going to stick with the same strategy. So as you're approaching this, what I would do is find my central, my edge centers, my central edge pieces, which are these guys. I'm going to put these in first, put these in, and stick with sliding you for this. Now, is there anything inherently different with this? And the answer is, I don't think so. We just have to line things up again. So this is going to come into here, and then so I'm just going to go splat. Move that down. Now I'm going to find the other one, which is here, and this can move down to here. Now in the meantime, maybe I can put some blue ones in. If I can put a couple blue ones here. You know, to be honest with you, I think the best way to do this is maybe to line this purple one up. So I'm going to bump this out of the way. And bump this out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to redirect things a little bit. I'm going to get these two into here. Because of the first one, I'm not going to bump anything out, so I'm going to move these in like so. Bang. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to put the other one in, which is this guy here. Now this really shouldn't be here yet, because it's going to be bumped out anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one up. Okay, so this fits, well, I may want to put this somewhere else. Take it out from there. Move this like so. Pop it into here. Now if I can find another purple here, that could help reduce things a little more. Might be this one. And in actuality, I can move this up here, bring this in, and if I wanted to, move that down. So that's already partially placed. Okay, so it's just a matter of going splat. So that's what I'm going to do, is fill these guys in at once. So now I have to be a little more strategic about it. So I'm going to take this, and what I want to do, this is already in, so that work was done for me. I probably could have moved this in at the same time, but that's okay. So I'm going to move this over to here, and if I hold it over here, this is going to move in here, so I'm going to try to find white ones to put over here. Well, here's one, so that's easy enough. And here's another. Now to move this in without taking this out, simply bump this out of the way, move this guy up so that it can be coordinated with this. Move them down and splat. Okay. So in that way, this is done. Now same thing here. Okay, I've got this. This is already in. So I can move him to here. There's nothing in here yet, so I'll just go bang. And now the other red one. I don't know why I find this so much more entertaining to do it this way. Move this into here. Bring this down. Something about the segmented nature of the task here. Move this in. Whoop. Okay, find one that'll be good. So this will be good over here. I need one in the middle. Does one exist? Yes, this one. Okay, so same thing. Out of the way. Move it up. Put it in place and down. Okay, so this is in. Same thing here. Find one here. Okay, so this will roll into here. Do we have any other cream colored that I can put into here? And sure, this guy is here. Pow. How about another one here? Well, actually we don't have to put that one in yet. Move this guy up. Turn and down. So far this is fairly simple, but don't worry, it's going to get more challenging, more strategic. If you want to skip on ahead and try the other layers on your own, I fully encourage and endorse that. Think of me as more just a safety net. Where's another one? There's only one more left, so maybe it's trapped in here somewhere, and it's not. So where are you? Where's the last cream center? Ah, right here. Okay, so moving it down here, we have to find the corner central areas here. I've got a couple here. This one I don't think can be made into there. This one I think can. 1, 2. Perfect. This will come into here. I can just move them down. Okay, we've got the blue, and then we're done with that first part. So let's find the blue small center. So we're right up here. That's fine. I can, and as a matter of fact, there's 2. So maybe I can slide it in twice by moving it twice. Yeah, I can do that. So let's go ahead and bump this out of the way. This time we're going to go 1, 2. Move this in, then 1, 2. So this is moved here. And now we've got this one just itching to go in. So let's move this over here. So this will come down to here. Got to find some things to put into it. I'm going to take this out of the way actually. Move this to the side. And move this back down. Okay, I wanted to rearrange it so that I can place these where I want it. So this will come to here. And I need another blue to come to here. Do I have one? Yeah. All too easy. Alright, out of the way, bring this up, turn, bring it down. Okay, so these are done on this side. Now it's just a matter of putting this in. So is there anything different about this step than it was with the previous steps? Well, let's find out. Now notice it's going to get easier and easier to find the pieces because I'm starting to have less and less real estate to work with. So let's see if we can find the blue and purple. The blue and purple, and it's going to be at the very end. So I'm going to limit my search to the end and right over here. And there's not going to be any confusion as to which one it is. It can only be this one. Okay, so this moves into here. So let's see what happens if we use the same technique as the previous level. So we're going to go down on the right, swing it once to a more leftward layer, down on the left. And it's okay because there's nothing here to mess up. Up on the right, or slide it back to the right, up on the right, slide it back to the left, up on the left, in that layer, and up. So in that way you can see nothing else is taken out. By the way, do we have another blue? Well, it's easy to find. Here's a blue over here. Let's move him down to here, take this back up. And now this guy can slide into here. So down on the right, and now we can actually move this guy to here because this is a layer that's not been used. So down on this is the right, up the left, up here, and splat. You'll know right away if you put it in a layer that can't work so good. Let me gear this up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Okay, so now this one, blue and cream colored, right over here. So the hunting around is getting less, which is good. Now let me see. Okay, so this is easy. Down here, whoop, yeah, down here. So we're at the right. Slide it to a more leftward axis. Down on the left. Up here, just one layer. This thing loves to move, and that's there. Now I could just put the rest in, but it's not as necessary. I can move these in as I'm doing it. So here's another blue. Will this blue make it down here? Well, let's move it down. It'll just make it easy for me to follow. This I would like to move out too, but that might be a little difficult. Although not really. If I move it in this direction, then move this up, bump this out of the way, and move it down, then I haven't really destroyed anything. Haven't done anything too terrible. But it did put these blues here ready for action. This can come here. And now let's see if maybe I can move this blue in place. I can, so that it's next to here. And now both of these can come into here. Let's see if this will work at this stage in the game. So down here. Now notice I can't move them down to here because, well, I'm already using this layer. So I'm going to go 1, 2, move this like that, and move both of these down to here. 1, 2, I can move it up on the left from here. 1, 2, up on the right, and then move it back. So we're good over here. Okay, the cream colored here. Now, here's what I'm going to do. It might be a little confusing if I keep filling it in like that. I'm just going to go around and put all these in first. It might, I don't know, be easier to follow. So cream and red. Cream and red. There we go, right over here. So same thing, down on the right, slide it to a left layer, down on the left. Up on the right, bring it back. So this is going actually faster now that we're having less that we have to search for. Red and white, should be able to find that fairly quickly, right over here. So down, now we can actually plow through this because we know there's no tricks. This is not the tricky part yet. And turn. Okay, we're one white and purple away from getting all of our edges in. And like I say, it's a good habit to get into because some layers are taken out. You take these centers out when you put the edges in, some you don't. So I've just learned to, just by habit, do it that way. Okay, this comes here. So down on the left, swing it to a right, down on the right, back to the left, up on the left, back to the right, up on the right, and up. Okay, so these are all in. So now we can go around and continue doing what we're doing, filling these guys in. So move 2 in, 1, whoop, we gotta go the other way, move this down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. That's over here. Now we have, but to put these in right here. So I'm going to, looks like both of these probably belong here. So I need to put a purple where this orange one is, which I can. Down on the right, both of those, double turn it to the left, down on the left, double turn on the right, up on the right, double turn on the left, up on the left, and bang. Now the final purple one really should be up here somewhere, and it is. So down on the left, double turn, down on the right, double turn, up on the left, double turn, up on the right, and done. Okay, so 6th layer is now done. So you can see we're almost to, well, the halfway point. And you can see that we're reducing multiple sides at once. So now we have this zigzaggy line, and we have a couple different types of pieces to deal with. We've got these edge corner pieces, these central edge pieces, and then we've got true corner pieces over here. So what I would recommend at this point is we're going to do it a little different than we've done the others. It's almost patterning how I solve the Megaminx. And that when you get this side, if we were to do it kind of layer by layer from a 3x3, what I do is I put these two in, then I put this in. I'm actually going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this corner in, and then this corner in. Because once I put these in, they're locked into place. Then I can do sliding U's with this. Then I can just slide the corners in with here. So I'm going to pattern it based on how I do a normal Megaminx. So what's that going to look like? Well, let's find the blue and white right over here. So I'm going to just pull this in like so. Oh, that was just for practice. Move this in over here and clunk. Oh, just kidding. And Bang. Okay, so this blue and white is in. Now I'm going to put the blue and red one in. If I can find it, it's right over here. So I'm going to match this to come down to here. Okay, so this is in and this is in. Now I'm going to look for the red, white, and blue corner and pop that into here, right over here. So the way that this is going to work is I'm going to put this on the top side. In the same way that I did with the Megaminx, I'm going to put this into here. Put it to the side. I'm going to take this, move this up so that this is in the same level as this corner, and just keep going R-I, D-I, R-D. Now if it isn't in, I keep doing that over and over again, but as you can see when I move it in, this is fine. So this is in and these two are in. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go all the way around and just do that with each one of these. And I'm going to get all those in before I get these guys in. That's just going to work better that way. Now, I could start going for these also, but it's just going to be a little easier, I think. So pink and red. Right over here. Now pink and cream colored. Right over here. Move it in. And that has to come up to here, so I'm just going to line this up, move it in, bring it down. So this is in and this is in. Now I find the corner that corresponds to that, which is this. So once again, on the top side, move this to the side, bring this, move this to the top, and I just roll it in with an R-I, D-I, R-D. Now you can tell this isn't right because it's not coordinated, this red isn't coordinated with this red here. So I just keep doing that over and over again. Are there faster ways of doing it? Probably, but this is an old faithful way that works every time. So now you can see this red is lined up here, this cream is lined up here, bring it down, and now that's it. I'm just going to do that all the way around each side until I come back to the beginning. And I think I've got one more, which is the yellows, consisting of yellow and white, which we got here, and now yellow and purple. Which we have right here. So I'm just going to move this up to greet the yellow and purple and then bring it down. Now we have just to get this corner in, which is, well, not this one. This one. Yellow, orange, and purple. Move it to the side, R-I-D-I, R D R I D I R D R I D I R D. Oh, okay, you know what? I don't think this is correct because I want the white, purple, and orange. So I would have R-I-D-I-R-D that into infinity. There it is. It's right up here. Now the reason why I got used to moving this back down because I was about to move that out if I didn't, so there you go. Now R-I-D-I-R-D, boom. Okay, so you can see all of these corners and these edges are in. So taking it back to here, these just kind of wrap in where they're supposed to be. So the same way as I always do the edge portions first. So red and blue or white and blue. These are the things that I'm looking at for. Here's a blue and white, but obviously that's the wrong one. So there's this over here. Now we're going to have to do some positioning. Sometimes we can put it in from here, sometimes we can't. So this can either come in through here, which you can see it's not going to come in, or you can put it in through here, but it won't go in with any of those ways. So what I have to do is I have to flip this upside down in order to get this into here somewhere. Because I can't move it in from the top, nor can I move it in from here. So to do this upside down, I just do that algorithm that I do with the last layer. That's the permutation algorithm. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. And what you'll find is that was flipped upside down, so this can be brought into here. And it's really simple. Bump it out of the way, move this up, turn it in, bump it down. So that's in. Now you can see that this is up, so all I have to do is just wheel it up here. Now how's this going to go down? Well, it's not lined up here. If I put this down here, it's also not lined up to come down to here at all. So I'm going to have to turn this upside down. So I can either move this in from the top here or from the side. If I can't do any, then I go F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. By having it here, that will turn it upside down, so now you can see it come into here. Bump it out of the way, move this up, turn, whoop, move it down. So my calculations were incorrect. Oh, actually, no, they weren't incorrect. I just can't move it in from here because the blue is down. However, I can move it in from here. So this can come here and bump this guy out of the way. We're going to do sliding U techniques to make this happen. Just remember, I had to bump this out of the way over here. So we're going to swing it down over here. And now what I'm going to do is I put it down on this sort of leftward area. I'm simply going to take this and move this edge to line up with this. And now I'm going to move this down like so. Then I'm going to move it back up here, move it up from this leftward area, slide it back to the right, and then move it up here and bring it in. So you can see in that way this is brought in and nothing else is taken out. So it's another variation of the sliding U technique. Bring it down from here, slide it to here, bring it down from here, and then just keep sliding it back. Now that I've done that, I look for other, where I put the other blue and white, should it exist up here. If not, so we've got this over here. We could take it out now, or I could just wait and take it out later. Now notice this appears to have been taken out, but not really. I have to slide this back. I didn't slide it back, but now when I slide it back, everything is fine. So this is over here. This was brought here. Now this is not, I haven't put these in yet. There's a reason for that. Now I can just bring this up like so. And now you can see this can slide where it needs to be. This is the simplest version. Bump it out of the way. Move this up, put it in, move it down. So now that's in. So you're either going to move it up from here or in from here. Here you're just going to pop it in. Here you're doing a sliding U technique. One more. See if maybe we can find it. Might as well get the whole thing. And I usually like to do it that way. Yeah, it's right in front of me over here. So I want to move this one up. How am I going to do that? Well, what I can do is I can pop this up here, or just move this over here. Just move this up, bump this out of the way, move it down, bring this back. So just a little bit of repositioning. Now this one has to get into this spot. I can see if I move it in here, I can do that. So down in this layer, slide it to the edge over here, down from the edge. Slide it back over here to its more leftward area, up on this left, back to this edge portion here, which is the most extreme right, up, and bring it back. So nothing will be taken out, but now you've got all of these pretty much reduced. I'm going to go after these at the very end, but let's go ahead and do the red and blue, just by way of illustration. So any red and blues that I can easily look at here, nope, so I move on. Other red and blues. There's got to be a bunch somewhere. It looks like there might be a nest. There's this. Let's just move this up. Okay, so how are we doing? This can't slide in from here, nor can it slide in from here. So I'm going to have to turn it upside down. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. And now you can see, well, we can't put it in from here. It'll be upside down. But we can slide it in from here. So that's down on this kind of more rightward area, slide it to here where it's right at the edge, down over here, back up to here, slide it up, back over to here, slide this up, this comes down. So in that way, none of these were taken out. Now this at some point was rotated. I just have to remember to rotate it back. Every so often I have to recheck myself. Okay, here's this. This can just pop up, be taken out of the way, and pop back down again. I can bring this over here. Now remember, I just took this out. I've got to remember to move it back. So we've got down on this side. Now I can bring it to here. So it doesn't really matter. I just kind of wanted it out of the field of action, and boom. And remember to move this guy back. Okay, so we're building this over here. Another red and blue. Right here, so let's bring this up. And let's see, can't move in from here, nor can it move up here, so we do our F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. And now this can slide into here from the end and down. And one more, see if we can find it. Right over here. So this one I want to bring up somehow. And that'll be done just by going like this. Pop it up, bring it down, bring this back. Okay, will it be merciful? Yeah, so this will be easy here. Boom. Okay, so now I've got all of these, and I'm just going to do the same thing. If you do your sliding U techniques correctly, you shouldn't move anything out. So here's pink and red. Here's pink and red over here. We'll just pop this up here. Pop that back. Okay, so this needs to make it down to here. None of these are going to work. It won't move in from this way, nor will it move in from this way. So F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. So bat it out of the way, move it in, down, whoop. I was about to put it upside down. So move this over here, so down in this direction, slide it to the end, down in this direction. Slide it back to here, up in this direction, slide it back to here, up in this direction, and down. Okay, so that places that in, and it didn't take anything else out. Okay, how about some more red? There's this, but once again it's going to be upside down, because you can see the pink is going to be at the wrong area. So it's going to be from here again, so move it in, bump it out of the way, move this down. This up. That's the thing about these big puzzles, it's really just a matter of positioning. So that's in. Any other red and pinks that we can easily put in? This one. Let's just move this up out of its position that it's in right now. And we've got a few more. We're going to turn this upside down because the red will be on the bottom in that case. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. So bump this out of the way, move this up, bring this in, and down. Okay, one more red and pink, see if we can easily spot that. Right over here, to move it up, let's bump this out of the way, bring this in, take it out, and move this down. So it's positioning and repositioning. This has to be turned upside down. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. Out of the way, bring it up, and down. Okay, so that's in. Now we could move this one now. I'm not going to because I might need to make use of these, which means I might need to pull it up to the top.
You're watching stuff.
Okay, now we easily slide in these corners from the top, so that's the easy part. This is the relaxation part of this phase. If I can't find it here, then I'm just going to take this. This one belongs here, and now this belongs here. We get it? Nope, we've got to roll this one in. And finally this guy over here, which is right, where's the white one? Here, here? Yeah, here. And turn. Okay, so this layer is now in, so you can take a breather, take a bow. You've now finished half the puzzle in your layer by layer approach. So look at it from this side and it looks hopelessly scrambled. Look at it from this side and it looks like it's solved. So it's a half full, half empty kind of a thing, depending on the perspective that you have.